Hi, good afternoon. We're back for lunch with Jenny. I'm Elizabeth. I'm so excited to be back on. And I actually came with a couple of thoughts and some things that I was going to ask you about, if that's okay, Jenny, if I kind of start this one.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And so I had a house guest this weekend, and we were having some interesting conversations. I know all of the parties involved in her life. And she was telling me that someone that she's very, very close with in her life had not been out to visit her yet at her new home in New York, and that it really impacted her. And she felt like this person didn't love her as much as she loved some other people in her life. And it really was directly correlated to love. Like, it wasn't, oh, she's probably busy, or, oh, she had other things going on, or I'm sure she'll see me next week, or it was really, she doesn't love me. And I was so kind of shocked, even though I know I do the same thing. I was kind of shocked that this was her story. I know both parties, and I know that's not true, but it was so interesting because it was to her. And so I started to think, and I know you and I have done some work on this, the 7-year-old that runs my life, these stories and love. I actually thought about that, like that we all kind of want to be loved, as you've said, accepted, and have that connection, but how quickly it can be taken away by these stories. So I know I gave you a lot to talk about. I don't even know where you want to start.
Okay, well, hi, everybody. I'm so grateful to be here. But love, yes, we all want to be loved, and we all want to be wanted. And we think that something is not right with us. Like, if I would be just skinny enough, they would love me. Or if I would be better, they would love me. But maybe it's not the truth. Maybe there is a belief that we created or we inherited from our ancestors or from the future, because everything is happening now, and it became our truth. So something happened with your guest.
Yeah.
And she made a decision that she's not loved. Is it the truth? No. But she thinks it is. For her, it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It runs her life. And unless we're going to clear this and separate this, something happened, and then the decision she made about what happened,
okay,
we separate this. Then it opens up energetic space. Wow, it's actually my creation. How brilliant I am. There's something else I can make it up. If you made it up that I'm not loved, you can make it up. I'm amazing. I'm loved beyond belief. You can make it up anything you want to. This is how creative you are.
So that's a good point. So how come most people, and maybe there are people who do this, and I know you're teaching me to actively change a choice I make, but how come, so for this house guest of mine, she could have thought to herself, this is great. Instead of July, she's probably waiting till a time she can come and give me her full attention. Or maybe we'll be able to do something even better because it's August in New York or whatever. How come most of us don't tell positive stories that become our sort of core beliefs? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But you know what? This is human condition. The mind is a wonderful thing. But the mind is very
structured,
and it's designed, like all this stuff in human being, it's designed to protect you, to survive. But we survived already. We have an amazing life, but we carry in our DNA, in our molecules, in our structure of human body, all these memories, all these beliefs. And when a little something comes up, like somebody does something or somebody says something, we make up a story about what happened. It's not the truth, but we don't see it. Like somebody color our vision and our mind, and we just see it one way. So there is a way to open this up, to separate this. Something happened, and this is what I made it mean. It's not the truth. I'm going to separate this, and maybe there is something else there. When we start doing this, it's like a muscle you build in your mind and your body. It's the muscle, and you can see it. And then you have a choice. I can go into my story of I'm not loved and something wrong with me, or you can say, hey, she was just busy and I'm loved beyond belief. She's amazing. I'm amazing. You see, energetic space opens up for something better, something wonderful to come instead of misery.
Yeah.
Our life is amazing.
Yeah.
We are amazing.
Yeah. And so what you're saying, we kind of just block ourselves with our stories. That's it.
Yeah.
And so you can come when you're telling stories. I think you can come from a place of abundance or come from lack, right? A lack of love.
Absolutely. But you know what I learned through life and from all the teachings and my guides are telling me, that generations, we can go 7 to 12 generations back to 7 to 12 generations forward and now of beliefs. But life now, and
Yeah,
if
right.
you go 100 years back or 50 years back, is different. It's not the same. But our mind and our structure still have these memories. So we have now opportunity to clear this.
Great.
And
this is what we'll be doing on the 19th in your class, identifying. And there's one last quick question because we're almost at our 5 minutes here. But so and there's more than one belief for most people, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
You're so creative.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was just like ticking off all of mine, going, I don't think there's. Yeah. Okay, and we'll work on all this on July 19th.
Well, we start from the beginning.
Yeah.
And the promise of the class, you clear at least one major belief.
Okay.
And you'll open up amazing space energetically for you to create the life you love.
Great. Okay, good. Next week, I'm going to ask you to give us sort of 3 tips, maybe if you could think of that we could do on a daily basis to sort of help either with our stories or help move from sort of lack to abundance. And maybe you could think about that. Do you think you could give us 3 tips?
Absolutely. I love it. But you know what? Just to add to all this, we are meant to be abundant. We are meant to be happy, and we are meant to be loved. So just remember this, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks for having lunch with me.
Love it. Thank you.